Hey guys, welcome back to the Tuesday stream. We're about playing a little bit of Kerbal Space Program. My name is Twitchi, and for as long as I can remember, we've been building this space casino. I think it is time for us to go and finish that. Felmag for Super Gary Gamer, how are you both doing? Very, very busy in the Discord this week. It's been great to see you both there, both having some amazing builds going on. We're gonna go look at the load. Why is the load suddenly out of nowhere decided that we're not going anywhere? Please, just let me finish. I need to be free of this torment. Let's go and have a look at it, shall we? I will show you the contract that we're also trying our best. Look here. Look, the spaces. There's only one thing. Well, I mean, there's two things that we are missing all the way down the bottom here, and then you go up a couple. We've got these things on a suborbital trajectory. We're probably going to go watch those crash as well. I think that'll be something fun to do whilst we think about. Well, I'd say think about the craft we're about to launch. But I've got a little secret for you guys. I was a little less busy today than I normally am. It's revision month, seems to be. At university, so I've not had my labs this week like I normally would. So I was having a look at what this place needs. So if we have a look at the contract here, you can see that we need 100,000 energy resource. 100,000. So if we have a look in the overlay, we currently have, I'm going to call it 25,000, just for easy numbers, right? We're not even, I mean, we could call it 30, but I'm going to go with 25 to make sure that we've got enough. So we need 75,000 electric, and we also needed to have enough crew for 100. Now, each one of these little capsules here, can I aim the camera? I mean, you could count the little slots if you want, but I can just tell you that there are 16 in here. That's 32 per each. 3 32s are a big number. I got like 96, something like that. Yeah, 96 is exactly the right number. So four seats are what we need. Let's go and have a look at the space plane hangar. I've been building a little thing. A space plane hangar? I think, yeah. We'll go to the space plane hangar first, have a look at the module, and then take it over to the VAB to try and launch it with the most grace and elegance, as we always do when we muster a launch here at Twitchi Space Program. Mark III cockpit time. I was considering it. I was indeed considering it, but what I've actually gone for, let's go in and have a look. The thing to remember is that this asteroid is almost entirely for the benefit of tourists. There's not a great deal else going on with asteroids. Maybe I could fit some how is this my autosave ship? That's not what we're after. Now I've got to try and remember what we called it. That's not going to be great. So this craft is the casino is only really for tourists, and I've got all the way through. Where is it? Oh man, we're gonna have to make another one. I'm sure I saved it. I am almost certain that I saved it. 9 Roy, no. Okay, well maybe we're going to build a new version of what I built. This is nice and easy to do. Because it's for tourists, I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna start with a cupola, right? Nice and easy, though, no problem there. We like to be able to see where they can go, and then we need a bunch of batteries. The biggest battery is obviously going to be the best. This has got 4,000. Can we have a look here? 4,000 units available in it. There's 16,000 units. We can have a look down the bottom here, and it tells us 16,200. I assume the 200 is from the cockpit. There we've got 32,000, 64,000, and we just need something like that. 84, that's too many. 76,000. Seems great, right? I'll just go with that. And I'm going to go with the Mark 1.3. I mean, the Mark 3, crew capacity 4, could have done it. Doesn't really look good anywhere. I don't have the parts for it. Probably the thing that we're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks is fully unlocking my tech tree. That's a must. But we got this. That's great. Let's put a little docking port on here if I can find the coupling unit that I like. I always do like to put the shielded docking unit on the front there. Doesn't it look great? It's almost like it was made for it, right? Like let's go with that one. But then I would also like to figure out how I'm going to put it onto the asteroid. Of course, we're going to have to use the grabbing unit. And if we have a look at the center of mass, I kind of want to put it like this. We'll figure out how we're going to attack. That's not quite right. There we go. Right, very beautiful. We'll figure out how we're going to actually fly it to the asteroid in a little moment, but that will do for now. And I'm now going to get a couple of docking ports because, hey, if you've got one craft docking, why not get another two? And I'm not really sure how we're going to be able to go ahead and get a full-size craft in here, but I'm hoping it will work. We've got a lot of room around the asteroid, so I really wouldn't worry about it too much. Now, for sakes of balance, I might need to try and find something that's 0.75 heavy. I don't know whether any of these. I wasn't really sure what to do when I was thinking about it earlier, to be honest. I might even just leave it blank. Or we could stick a heavy-duty rotor underneath here, and then we've got a much heavier thing to try and balance out. Is that going to work? I don't think that's going to work. Do you know what? Let's go over here and be like, hey, cool, this is what we got. This is what we're going to be working with. I need to reroute the part, because this now... there we go. Great. This, I think, is what we're going to be taking up. Permanently attach a space shuttle replica, including a gift shop. I mean, that would be great. Hey, what's going on here? Hey, what is actually going on here? I think I found a bug. I think I found a bug. Oh, that turned it off. How about if I go back up and down? Why is this? I mean, I'm about it. Don't get me wrong. It looks great. Let's pick that up, put it down. No. Okay. Well. We'll just make do with that for now. We need to launch this. And it gets launched in a couple of stages, right? As we all know, we need the thing that's going to fly it to the casino, and then we need the thing that's also going to fly it to out of Kerbal. I was just thinking, actually, we're also going to need the thing that flies it to the asteroid. I want some of these large block. These aren't large block. Are these the large block? I hope so. Okay, and this, I think, is pretty much the plan and fully formed. I don't feel like we need to do any more here. Do you reckon we should put some monoprop up top as well, or is the amount inside the craft? We got 30 there. Let's turn that off. It's not a very good way of reading what's going on, right? The slider here is much better, but 30, unacceptable amount of monoprop. I think we're going to need a little bit more. I'm tempted to actually just like slot it in between these. Oh man, this is going to drive me insane. Let's go all the way up off the top. I don't know why that works, but that seems to be the way that it works. I'm tempted to put the monoprop in between here. I think it's somewhere around here that we have the center of mass. Oh, I want to zoom in if I could, please. Yeah, it's like exactly here, right? Oh, that's not the way up I expected it to go, but that's fine. That's fine. Take those off, take this off, because if that's exactly where the mass is centralized, not that one, this one, yeah, cool. Then that will be where we want to put the docking ports and stuff. Okay, great. Was this the way round that we did this? I need to check my orientations. I really would like the top of the craft. Do we want like flag pointed out? Which way's up for the cupola? I mean, are we going to be looking head up to the asteroid or head down to the asteroid? Have we got our feet pointed at the asteroid, or we've got our head pointed at the asteroid? Does it really matter? I don't know. So these ports at the back can thrust forwards and backwards, and then the Mark III on top has its own reaction system. I think the only thing we need to do now is wrap a... Oh, no, sorry, my Steam has left a weird little box over the top here, but thankfully you don't see it. So I'm going to take that as a win. Let's go with this protective aero shell here. I want to try and get out wider. Yeah, there we go. That's good. But now we come in pretty steep like that. I'm going to just accept it. I mean, what else are we going to do? What is this? This is power and seats. I bet that's what I've already called the other one. Okay, so now that we've got that, we need to be able to take this around Kerbal. Like up in space, we need to be able to move towards the asteroid. I think the way that I'm going to do it is just with one of these and a poodle. I do like the two-engined poodle, if we could use that, please. The reason being that you don't really have to worry about roll or anything like that. It will just do it for you. Is this going to have a control unit on it to be able to fly it away? I think we kind of have to do that nowadays, because if we don't, we end up with a lot of space junk. A lot of space junk. Okay, what have we got? 530. That's not a lot of Delta V right there. Let's close that up. I think it's going to be okay, though. If we give the boost stage something on order of 4,000 or 5,000 delts. I mean, that's probably overkill. That's probably overkill, but I would prefer to. Do I have a 2-meter robo asparagus? No, it comes in small. Don't want that. Radial lift 2 meter. No, don't want that either. It doesn't look like I've got a 2-meter Kerbal. Yeah, it doesn't look like I've got a decent lifting craft saved. But what's the word I'm looking for? Like I want a central core and I want a bunch of boosters. Looks like I have indeed, actually. Now that I say that, got some boosters on the side here. Weird design, but I'm all about it. Launchers. Oh look, I have. How do you do this? And why isn't this in the right subcategory? Why aren't like these control units in there? Can I pull them across? No, I don't know how to use this. We'll have to figure it out someday. We will have to figure it out someday. Okay, fuel tanks and go. Bigger. Main cell on the bottom of that? Kind of has to be, right? What else could we use to lift the craft up? It's getting pretty big, pretty chunky. Do I not have... There's decoupler. Oh, I don't have a decoupler between. I thought there was a decoupler here. Is there not one in... No, that's an advanced reaction wheel. Oh, okay. What a weird way of putting it together. Totally tricked me. Got. Okay, that's better. It now just wants to separate the engine as it fires. All right, so that's the beginnings. It's a big craft. It is a big craft, but it's not huge. It's not ridiculous. We can definitely use this. Let's have a look at these 2 meter. They're both radial lift 2 meter, radial lift 2 meter. This one's got more parts. Let's try the one with more parts, right? That seems like a good way for me. I'm just trying to figure out what even is this? Not that many. 6 seems good. Okay, this is looking good. Can we bring this back? This must be an attempt at an early attempt at a self-returning craft. I'm not gonna say no. I'm not angry about that. Let's take it. Let's take it. 32 meter. Why are you firing? Man, what is going on with this firing order? So this definitely wants to come down here, and then wherever these are at, we want to. Staging, my friends, staging. It is a big and tedious process sometimes, but it needs to be done, else you end up throwing away your boost stage on the launch pad and wondering why everything's gone very badly wrong for you. Okay, looking good. Looking good. Let's just swap my chat mode. 4.5 is not a lot of Delta V. 3.6 underneath. An extra 500 on top. I mean, let's be honest, that's only getting me up to orbit, given the way that I fly. Do we want to just like strap a bunch of boosters on there and then hope that they can take us all the way? I kind of feel like that's the way forwards, right? If we get not thumpers. Thumpers used to be my favorite. They're now just not big enough. These big boys are kind of what it's all about now. That's not on straight. Let's try this again. This is probably the hardest part of the game. Never mind trying to like hover on the moon and drop down a little rover. No. That's child's play considered against just trying to make sure your decouplers fire straight backwards when they go off. Okay, so this. What's this staging all about? Let's move this one up, and this should go at the same time as that other one there. Okay, brilliant. Pop the boosters in there and there. Now, they've given me a good amount of Delta V, but is it too much too early? Yes, so let's try and turn these down. Let's go with an 80% booster on both of our solids and see if that will be about right. 80. Let's have a look. What's our to weight? I'll take a 2. That might be a little bit heavy, but you know we've had much worse. Much worse. I'm trying to think of the times that I have had worse. Now, are these the right size for these? Wow, you have to take the very pointy ones for this size solid booster. Okay, that's interesting. I also note we've got 0 finnage on this, so the chances of us flipping out halfway through our launch are pretty high. Is that? These sides are not in the right place. Either that or they're both not in the right place. I think I'm going to go with they're both not in the right place and then move this one over. That's thin. That's the. Am I going to lose a booster? Sorry, I'm going to lose some fins as we go to drop these. I think we might. The other problem is, of course, I'm going to want a bunch of Separatrons on this to pull them away safely. You know what? Let's just get rid of this lot for now, and we'll figure out on this one set here how we want the Separatrons laid out, and then after that we should be able to just copy this one set of boosters out again. That's efficiency. It would be efficient if I hadn't already done all the work on the other set and then got rid of it to do this. Man, go the right way. Something like this. That looks like a good angle. It's not quite 45 degree. In fact, it's nowhere close to 45 degree. But it's the diagonal on this weird rectangular plate up here, and that means I can match it on the other side. Which is one of the hard things I find with Kerbal, is trying to make sure that your thrust is symmetric around your craft when you start copying things out weirdly like this. Can we get back in front of the flag? Thanks. Let's use a little offset tool to make sure everything kind of snaps to grid and is somewhat close to the same spot. I didn't look at actually where my Separatrons are in the staging. I bet they're horrific. These are not the right height. Something like that. They look the right height. They look to be matching to me. Okay, so Separatrons. Is this all of these? I hope this is all of these. They are the right and the left. Okay, but that's on separate boosters. We got a right. Oh no, it's on the same booster, right and left. Bottom. Okay. These need to come down. These need to come down. Okay, so there's all my Separatrons in one stage. I would ideally, you know what, instead of trying to move all the Separatrons, we're going to move the couplers over here like this. Okay, great. That should now be a good launch. We've got very little actual delta. The 4,800. I was kind of expecting something close to 5. I suppose 4.8 is. Alright, let's save it. Let's see if we can do... Does anybody else think that this is probably going to bend somewhere around here? Let's just go straight ahead and go, hey, can we have the... where are we? Auto strut route. Oh, excuse me. And my mute key wouldn't work. Rubbish. Oh, sorry, so cough out of nowhere. Don't know where that came from. Okay, we got the root part. Got this attached to the root part, so it shouldn't shake around too much. I wonder if I want to do the same down here. If we go auto strut root part, and then grab this one, the root part itself, and go, actually, could you auto strut to the heaviest part? Well, I can't see them. There we go, heaviest part. Okay, which... Does that change as the flight goes on, or does the auto strut stay to the outside boosters if they're the heaviest part? I have no idea. No idea at all. Probably should have put some tourists on this, right? That would have saved us a lot of money and stuff. We could probably do so anyway. Let's save this and go back, because we're gonna be away from the ideal launch window anyway. So we've got some moments, no doubt, to go and just see if there's any more tourists that want to go to an asteroid. You know, we've got this regular hookup now. We can anytime we want take as many asteroids, as many tourists as we want to go see the asteroid. We could take the asteroids to see the tourists if that was really what we were gonna do. Whoa. Flexi bounce. Plus, there's not actually a computer core on this, so it won't... Oh, there's a computer core underneath. We'd get all the way up to the top, and then we'd separate off, and it'd be free floating. I've got to try and drink again. You know when you're out of nowhere, get a really weird throat on. That's happened to me, and I cannot even talk properly now. That's not great. That's not what I want. What am I doing here? Okay, let's go to the Space Center. Oh, big apologies for the sudden cutouts. This is not what I want at all. At the boring bit of the game as well. Oh, there's like tears streaming down my face. I'm just slowly dying from this tiny little tickle in my throat. Okay, let's go to mission control. We're not going to bring any new asteroids in. It's just not going to happen. Oh, I don't know what malicious force out there is trying to kill me at this precise moment in time, but oh, it's making a good go at it. I'm here for you people. I am here. I'm gonna stay with it. Okay, so how much money can we get bringing 2 tourists up? We can get like $750,000. That's pretty cool. I've just noticed this also land on Minmus with 2 tourists. We don't have time today, but that's a thing we could do. All right, two tourists, and let's not forget to take a pilot with us this time. That's the thing that I do keep forgetting to do. I'm not even sure if I've got a pilot right now. I think they're all off on missions. Oh, I really don't know how to ease this throat all of a sudden. Okay, I would like to struck. Now, where was the bad, like the wobbly bits? Where were the wobbly bits? We're going to try here first, up to the main craft. That's just a single one. Let's try full symmetry. And then we can get some more like this from the outside. And this should be a much better security system. Okay, like that. That looks great. That looks amazing. I mean, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. We need to get a robot up on here as well. I'm not sure where we could fit one on the... I mean, I am tempted to just kind of like bolt one on the side here. Do we have the ability to just bolt one on the side here? I don't know. We could use this guy. We would need to have a little... Maybe we could make a little... What's the word that I'm looking for here? Just like a little communications boom might be the phrase I'm searching for here. Oh, my biggest apology. I do not know where this death has just suddenly come from. I am not about it. It wasn't bothering me seconds ago, and now suddenly very much is. All right, let's. I don't know which way to turn this to make it upright. I'm gonna assume it's this, but this might end up being the wrong way around. But it gets a Probidyne on there anyway. And then I would like, as I like to do on these little boom things, I would like a robot up here. I'm going to get the lightest standard rotor we can, attach it like so. There we go. Attach it like so. And then, wait, where's my lights? I want some more lights. Even though we have met the full requirements for the mission. Gonna just attach a few more here. Ooh, attached it to the wrong place. Now it'd be really nice if I could radially attach this around the around the part like that. That's looking pretty good. This one's gonna be green. This one removed from symmetry is gonna be yellow, blue. I don't know. We'll just set some colours there. And we'll set that up spinning as and when we can. Blink period. I don't know. We'll think about that later on. But that should give us a way to control it. Does everything have solar panels? This middle one doesn't. But I think it's got enough batteries that it's probably going to be able to fly itself to where we need to take it. Okay, I do have Wilwig with us here. That's pretty good. We've also got Burbles. Burbles, my friend. We haven't seen you for a while. Where have you been? Landly Posse. These were like some Some brave asteroid wranglers earlier on, right? I think so. I think so. Well, each coughing fit is less intense than the last, so maybe I'm getting there. Maybe I'm slowly getting over. I didn't want to hit that button. I wanted to go back to the build actions. Okay, so this should now, if we've got everything sorted, be a better version than what we just launched. Any action groups we need to set up? I don't think we do, actually. I don't think there's anything. We got the crew. Let's launch. Maybe there's a toxin loose in the Welsh air this evening. Definitely seems to be affecting me somehow. Maybe it's those trees spreading their like pollen everywhere. I doubt it. Normally it gives me an itchy eye and makes me see. Although from what I've read, my version of hay fever is actually mold fever, because I tend to get it in the autumn and the spring, which is very different from most people. Okay, this has not shaken itself apart the moment we looked at it. Okay, so that's pretty good. These are not the tourists. Revert to vehicle assembly. I'm just going to pop this out. Right, what did I do here? I just clicked on everyone. This is bad. I need the tourists. Tanvi and Burmese. Sorry, I was much too involved in my small crisis of dying over here. It was totally selfish of me. I should understand that these tourists, they're paying money. You know, we can't be mucking them about when they're paying best part of $750,000. Whatever currency is we use here. I personally like the phrase roots, because you know the money's the root of all evil, and it looks like a little square root symbol as well. The money. When we get into the game, I'll show. Well, I can't show you here unfortunately, but I could have shown you down in the bottom left a second ago. But yeah, if you look at it, it's got that weird little tick symbol. You know, like a square root, there's a tick symbol, right? Okay, we've now got Burbles, the bus pilot extraordinaire, and 2 tourists. This guy, he looks familiar. All right, let's figure out our target here. Not you. Really got to figure out why my mute key doesn't work. That is terrible. Okay, random Casino Royale. This is our target. Thank you very much. How far away from being online are we? We are a whole night away from being in a good spot to see this. This guy though, I bet if we switch to it, it's going to be in the atmosphere right now. Did we just miss the perfect opportunity to watch something crash? Is it coming back out the other side? Are we just going to log in and see a bunch of flame? That's the real question here. I mean, I'm down for some flame. Where are we? 49. Yep, we're hot. It's hot. We should be slowing down. That's fine. There is no probe control at the moment. It looks like it wants to point itself in a direction. We've got a whole bunch of electric charge here. I do not like this camera angle. Thank you very much. Head towards the left. I don't know any better way of getting these guys down to the surface and still actually being able to reclaim parts. I wish there was a mod for that, so you could be like, hey, there's parachutes on this. I've got my periaps down over the top of the KSC. Could you just recover this craft? Like that would be a good little shortcut for the game. I think that'd be very handy. How are we doing right here? We're not even at the periaps. Okay, that's cool. If we could land at that desert airfield, I'd be a very, very happy person. But given the amount of fuel we don't have, I do not get to choose where we're landing. Somewhere over there is the actual airfield, right? Or or is it actually somewhere here? I can never remember which set of mountains. It's this set of mountains right here that it is a part of. It's the further ones away from the KSC that I think it is. I always end up going to those mountains over there, but actually there it is. You can just about see the strip of pixels. Shouldn't strip a pixel, but like there they are, down there. Unless it's happy and consenting, of course. So where are we? 36 kilometers up. We are still travelling downwards. I do like. Excuse me. I do like travelling downwards when we're trying to return. I would have preferred if we'd stopped that way. So if that is the airfield, where's the temple? There it is. Do you see it? See it? There's just a little collection of pixels down there again. Different colour from all the rest. Same sort of colour as that over there. If you're not aware of that Easter egg, you know, you got the desert airfield right there. You got that. Knock yourself out. Do it. Oh my god, can someone send like a truckload of Hall Soothers or some sort of menthol sweet, something that would just like clear out whatever it is that's causing me to have problems right now. Whatever we could get would be very helpful. I'm overheating from the exertion of this. This is too much. Okay, so we got some control left. Let's go radial out, so we're pointing the pointy end up, and hopefully we can apply enough of a drag surface that we're going to slow down a bit quicker than we currently are. Definitely looks like this guy is going to. Well, I mean, like this one here, that's going through. That's not coming home. That's not coming. There's a lot of craft just set up to come home. Let's speed this up to a × 4. We're gonna have to do this a couple of times. Let's at least do it quickly, shall we? Right. I feel like this is probably something that we're gonna have to do at some other point in time. Just waiting at the moment for the Kerbal Space Center. I mean, it's got a fifth of the way round so far. So you know that's great. That's great. We're going to hit the surface pretty hot. We are going to hit the surface pretty hot. Okay, so we've got some control back again, maybe? I don't know. I'm going to hit normal because it doesn't point me, you know, not perpendicular. It doesn't point me parallel to my flight vector. It tries to present, is the word I'm looking for there, thank you, present the flattest face possible. Parachutes away. We're actually going to have a successful recovery here. Would actually be one of the first times the full recovery system has. I mean, it's not the first time. We've had a few boosters come in before, but unless this is going to shake itself apart now. There's no drogues on this craft. That's a problem. We should have had at least one drogue. What's this? How do we get down there? Hello? No, those are trees. I mean, this is probably just a tree. Look, where is it? You can't see it from the underside, but it looks different. Look at that. It looks very different. Drift down faster, please. Is that Bawab over there? I expected that, but what is this? I'm not even sure I've seen one of those before. I'm assuming... Look, yeah, dead bush for the desert. It must be part of the Parallax mod, obviously. But yeah, cool. Oh, and then suddenly grass starts coming in. I turned all the sliders all the way up for this, so that things like that wouldn't happen. But you know, it can't render this all the way from the other side of the universe. I mean, we'll take this. Please be gentle. Parachute. Oh, it's looking so good. You know, I'm going to go open a window. I can't do this anymore. I don't know what's causing me trouble, but maybe letting the spirits flee outside would be handy here. Oh, it's thinking. It's thinking hard. What are you thinking about, my friend? What are you thinking about? About how much of an effort it is to not cough whilst you're trying to talk. Yeah, I agree. When you've got that little tickle in your throat and you're really just trying to hold it down, I can understand. I only got $5 from that. I suppose it was middle of the desert, so that's understandable. I think we're just going to line these up now. We can deorbit those at another point. I don't want to deorbit too many at once. It becomes a bit of a struggle to find stuff to talk about, you know. Okay, so we are lining up with this bunch of orbits here. We're just going to spin round until the base is in view. One of the good things about the tracking station is your camera stays pretty well fixed to Kerbin. You don't have to worry too much about it. Okay, so down the bottom we should have our craft. No, not you. Why are you landing? Come back. Let's recover that again. So I only got $5 for the bottom parts, and then we got another $5 for the top half. Okay, I suppose that's fine. Let's go to power and seats. We want to launch to the southeast. It's always good to spot your flight path beforehand. Try to figure it out en route. Not great. Not the smartest plan. So who actually watched the Virgin Orbit launch the other day? I know Super Gary Gamer was watching it with me. Well, I say with me. We were both in the Discord having a chat. It's quite a cool little system. The fly up in a I didn't actually see what type of plane it was, but you fly up in a plane, drop a small missile out the bottom, it carries on its way up to orbit, delivers a bunch of nanosats. I saw people in the comments asking whether it could support like ISS delivery, so I'm just like, no, that's not gonna do that, my friends. Anyway, 3, 2, 1, bam. Southeast is over this way. I hope this is the right way. Do we want to go more south or more east? We're already travelling east, so let's go a little bit more south. And I'm just going to hold it here and have enough coffee to fit somehow. Yeah, not ideal, but you know, I did turn my microphone back on. Good. Oh man, could you imagine if I managed to just like leave myself muted for like 3 minutes or so? Easy done. No G-forces being felt by any of my dudes at the moment. We're not just under solid fuel, but look at the liquid fuel burning as well. I'm going to pull down my throttle just a little bit, keep us around the 2G acceleration point, and start turning over. Follow my prograde here. I mean, do I want to be on orbit yet? No, I don't want to be on orbit yet. I'm mostly scared about what's going to happen from these stages. We're going to drop a lot of parts, and indeed, that is going to be a lot of parts. We got 12 solid boosters. There's a bunch of solid Separatrons on each of those boosters. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting time when I hit that space bar, flying in a direction that we very rarely actually fly in. That's pretty nice. It's still more often than we fly in that direction. I have flown west a couple of times, but it's amazing how much extra delta V you do in fact actually need when you do that. We are going to be most of the way out. Look at that G-meter been creeping up there. Creeping up, because of course our solid boosters here running out of fuel. That means they're much lighter, but still got the same amount of thrust coming out of them. So we are building up the G's of this thrust here. That's pretty cool. About to run out. Do I want to cut my engines when we do this? I think I'm going to. We've got a fair bit of speed. We're nearly out of the atmosphere, so I'm going to cut. Do that. I should do that more often. Yeah, okay, that was good. That was good. And we just cruise out now. We just be cruising out now. Looking. Oh, you know what? I didn't actually hook up asparagus staging here. Let's see where we are on our flight profile here. Oh, we've just a little bit overshot it. Nothing to worry about though. We are going to circular this maneuver. Kind of wish we'd got the outside view, the map view, a little bit sooner, so I could have seen how far off a track we were. But you know, that's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. We want something like this. None of these are actually going to come in for a meeting at the moment, I don't think. No. So if we just hop up into that orbit, and we'll see what we can do from there. Seems like the most approachable path for now. Oh man, let's take a moment. Of course, one of the worst parts is I've just moved back to Cardiff from Newbury to just come and sit my exams and stuff like that. And the little clamp that I had to hold my pop filter in front of my microphone, you know, a little bit of cloth that people have to make sure that the plosives don't hit the microphone too hard. That's missing. So if I do any ridiculous noises. I did that away from the microphone, but it could hit and cause a terrible distortion. Okay, so we're not cruising for 15 minutes. Let's just go up there. I mean, I could cruise for 15 minutes, but it's just not what's going to happen. I do like this slow turn as we start moving our way up. That's pretty well lined up for the maneuver I need to burn in a little bit. We got some roll going, but that's fine. We can live with a roll. Okay, I feel like that's where we want to be. We've got a 43-second wait for the burn. I'm definitely going to go a little bit faster than that. For a times 5 should mean less than 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I'm just going to go at 3 because look, it's still counting down. Is it still counting down? It is indeed still counting down. That's no good for us. I mean, it hit 0 about the mid mark, so I'm going to take that as good. And we're actually not going to drop out our stages yet. That is not so great. Maybe I'm going to stop here and we're going to send these ones home. Am I going to watch them? Probably not. I'm probably just going to send them off into the same low suborbital trajectory and do my best to get them, I don't know, maybe after stream or something like that. Unless you guys particularly want to watch me sit here and try and talk through a vast number of returns. We do need to make sure these guys are coming home. Man, that's loud out there. Someone wants to make sure they can be heard. Actually, can this get home from here? We're about to find out. It's kind of spinning in a not very handy way. Let's see if we can bring that spin under control first before we do anything. I say that. I am now also trying to change my pitch and yaw to... I just want to turn around. I just need to turn completely around. Lol, I knew it'd happen eventually. Thank you, Phil Magfa. Thank you. I was just saying how I've brought this down too low. Brought this down far, far too low. We're doing better if we'd set it up to be a skimming pass, and that way we could switch to that. That way we could deorbit whenever we want. As it is, I'm just going to let it crash. I'm just going to let it crash. It doesn't matter. It's a little bit of money, but we now have the casino, or rather the asteroids, that we can take the tourists to and make money whenever we want. Money is not an issue right now. Right, what is an issue is I don't want you. I want you. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to come up to this ascending node. Is this one us? Add a maneuver. There's so many on the same pathway that this is going to be hard to fix until we are on a separate path. Something like that. Ooh, look how much that has overcooked it. Bring it down. Spend that fuel. Yeah. Something like that. Okay. Can we at any point save? Oh man, that's horrific. 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Can I bring it back? Can I bring it back? The problem is, if you click too often, it does a weird, like, you're trying to change your target now thing, which is not where I want to be. What I should have done is gone to the... Where is it? Here it is, this maneuver here. And then somewhere in here, we've got a way of changing our orbits. There we go, like that one. Okay, so how are we going to get a decent encounter? It looks like we're actually at one of the worst places we could be. I'm going to go do this maneuver and we'll figure it out from there, I suppose. Would cost us less fuel if we did it from here, but yeah, we'll have a double encounter over that side at that point, so that's probably what we're after. Descending node of 2.6 is a little bit higher than I would like. Let's see if we can... Let's go the wrong way. Of course it's going the wrong way. Just slowly trickle it back into line. Somewhere about here will be about it, right? It's probably a 0.1. Okay, we could... Oh my gosh, what is this? We could probably do better. There's probably a point where we can swing this about and we'll get like the zeros rather than the 0.2s or whatever. But that is pretty hard to... Ooh, one... Sort of there, and then... There's got to be a 0 around here somewhere. No, that's the wrong way. That's a 2. Okay, this must not be the right spot. But I know it is, because this is where the descending node was, right? We'll take that one. We'll take point 1 is still pretty good. There's a 0. Okay, I don't know why I cared so much there about exactly 0, but obviously I did. Obviously I did. Nervously looking over at my microphone levels now, being like, is everything back on? Is everything working fine? Okay, let's go. It gets a little noisy, the visual read here, when you've got more than, I don't know, let's say 3 craft on the go. Oh, did you just see my craft just blow up there? That's pretty cool. Yeah, when you've got more than like 3 or 4 craft in anywhere near, I think it's the 2 opposite rings, the 2 opposite pathways that we've got here that is causing me some real troubles. And it's just a little hard to just glance at and know what's going on. Let's bring this up. We're going to come down to, again, about 3 seconds to make this burn. Probably a little bit closer, actually, this time. 987, 6, 5, 4, 3. Slow wind up. Okay, this should be fine. Put us into a nice coplanar orbit. 0.5. I mean, we've done worse. See if we can do better. 210. Yeah, there's a 0. I'll take a 0. 0 seems pretty good to me. Now, how are we gonna match up? It's over here somewhere, right? We add a maneuver. We say that that's too far in the way. 3 maneuvers, three orbits until we can even begin to close in on a good rendezvous. I'll take that, I suppose. I'll take that. You know what else I'll do? I'm gonna have a look at this. Let's switch to this. Let's deorbit one of these suckers. Ooh, so I opened the window a little while ago, trying to get some fresh air in here, hopefully being able to like stop my cough. And man, that's some strong Welsh wind out there at the moment. It's howling. It is a howling. Well, gusting, I suppose. Howling wind has got a bit more of a shriek quality to it. Free cam, that's the one that I wanted. Thanks very much. Oh, going in at about the angle I would like to see, actually. No. I thought we were on the KSC coastline there for a moment. I was like, oh no, wait, is that the KSC coastline over there? No. We're all the way around on the other side of the planet. That's fair. The real question, of course, is how fast can we deorbit this bad boy? What's the most appropriate way to tell this to look? Because obviously, at the moment, this is quite a thin profile. This is a very thin, like, I'm going to go with cross-section. Yeah, a very thin cross-section to be presenting to the frictional force of the wind. But also means we don't melt stuff. So I guess that's also good. I suppose we could have done better if we were much deeper in the atmosphere. I don't know how much deeper we could have gone without just instantly exploding everything. I was in the Discord, what was it? Spark with Fard was talking about crashing into the floor at like 2 or 3 times the speed of sound. It occurred to me, it's actually an art form, unless you're using weird fairing glitches, but it's actually an art form to be able to fly incredibly fast at the surface of the planet, right? Which also means it's an art form to be able to crash incredibly quickly into the floor. Like, what is your maximum speed of crash? I don't think I've hit above 1,200 meters per second, you know? I don't think I've hit the planet. Kerbal, of course, so that there is atmosphere to worry about. Now, I don't think I've ever intentionally set out to hit the floor as hard as possible. But I've had some bad designs that unintentionally seem to have set out to hit the floor as hard as possible. So, I don't know. I'm not sure whether I actually know that it's difficult or if I think it's difficult. Because my craft just failed badly. Or did bad at failing. Is that a better way of wording it? I think that might be a better way of wording it. Am I having like a 24-minute flu or something? Suddenly out of nowhere it tastes bad. You know when you're like, that tastes infected. I've suddenly got that flavour on the go, and I'm wondering like what is causing this? I don't feel ill. I don't feel particularly ill, but you know, I would say that there are a lot of things about my situation right now that say maybe different. This is not leaving. How dare it? How dare it? Oh, sorry, this is going to leave again. How fast were we going? We're already at, like, orbital velocity, 2.5 kilometers per second. That's about the 70-kilometer orbital velocity speed for Kerbal. I've just done it enough times that I know roughly where we're at. Which means you lose about a kilometer to the air drag when you're taking off, right? That's one of the things. Look up. Where is he? There he is. That's one of the extra probes. That's one of these craft, but hasn't been slowed down by the aerodynamic forces in the same way I have. I mean, that's kind of cool. Just waiting for us to leave the atmosphere, and then we're going to go back to the craft, and we're just going to wait it out, I think. We're just going to wait it out. As fun as the orbiting craft is, and it is, don't get me wrong. Imagine this, I like, if you're at 35 kilometers traveling 2 kilometers a second, I mean, I say it will turn you to dust, but like, of course, there are missiles that do this. You know, the hypersonics out there really do this, which is crazy, absolutely crazy to think about. You right there, power and seats, switch to. Yeah, it would just... that most things would be atomized, right? Most things would just be absolutely vaporized, turned into dust. It wouldn't even be dust. It would be searing red-hot plasma. Searing red-hot plasma. It's my favorite cocktail, you know. I need a searing red-hot plasma cocktail. I don't know what it's going to be in. What would be in it? What would be great? But searing red hot plasma. Right, this was just a slowdown, right? So if we do that and go, take me there. 3 hours. Let's keep an eye on our timeline here. We of course are going to Moho at some point. Wheelu to Elu. Has that still not got? Are we nearly at Elu? 170 days. We're gonna have to go and check on that at some point. Bring the asteroid home. That's an extra asteroid. That's one that we missed Kerbin with, and ended up having to get another one. Can we have some sort of visual reference, please? Where's the planet? Where is the planet? There it is. Hello. It takes up so much of your screen that you can miss it so easily. I don't want to be looking retrograde this particular time. I mean, I kind of do, but not as much as we are right now. Can I just settle in on that? All right, reappointed towards the maneuver node here, telling us which way to go. We've got a 1 second burn, which I'm obviously going to wait until half a second before the 30. Yeah, I can do that level of precision. Man, even if I can't talk about it, I'm sure I can. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1.5 go. That was very, very, very precise. You could use me to calibrate any stopwatch that you have right now. Just let me know. I'll give you half-second increments. 6, 4, 2, 900 meters. You know what? I'm not even going to push it any further. That's it. We'll come in at 900 meters. I think that's fine. We'll be coming slow. I'm going to hit the ascending node over here. We'll just whip our way around. Let's see what we got. Whee! I love persistent rotation. You hit that time warp and everything's just like blends up your Kerbals for you. Okay, there they are. They are away from the planet. There it is. There it is. Casino Royale. 52 kilometers away. We're coming in about 200 meters per second. That's fine. I'm going to leave that running. You know what? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Let's... I've just noticed how tiny amounts of fuel I've got here. I'm going to point radial, and I am going to fire this decoupler off. I bet this hasn't actually saved any... It has. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Let's just fire that there. Target retrograde. Thank you very much. Swap over here. Hello. Orbit retrograde. Turn this bad boy on. No, that's the electric charge. Fuel tank. Fuel tank, please. Right, turn this bad boy on. And we'll deal with that in a bit, because I'm worried that this is just going to slam into the Casino Royale far too fast. And I'm worried. I don't want that. I don't want that. Have a supercomputer to make math for you. I mean, it's in my pocket, you know. That's why I carry my math computer. I feel like I can. Let's just do it quick. I want to look here. Periapsis. Go. I'm going to bring that periapsis down real low. Am I off? Am I out of weight or something? Oh, wait. We went too far. I want that periapsis to be low, not in the floor. The reason that I don't want it to be in the floor is I want to be able to turn it on. We're going to say 20 kilometers? I think we're going to say 20 kilometers. I want to be able to jump in at it whilst it's, when it's not being physics ticked and it gets down nice and low. I want to be able to like just jump into it and see how the frame reacts. I know it's not going to be great. Let's fire some parachutes while we're at it. I know it's not going to be great, but I want to watch it anyway. No, I don't want the probe. I want the actual seat. Thank you. Switch to. Spinny, spinny, loading wheel of doom. You've got a star at your center. How do you not collapse? Okay, this is looking good. That's not where, but that's the thing leaving us. There we go. That's what we're looking for over there. Great. Still moving in. I mean, 200 meters per second over a couple of kilometers is actually quite a distance. Let's be honest here. I'm gonna physics warp our way to much closer, much closer. Times 4, we're moving pretty much a kilometre a second. Indeed, if you have a look at the distance marker over there, 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh, it's not quite a kilometre a second. It's a bit slower. Let's turn my engines on. Slow down. I'm not sure exactly how long it will take the poodle to slow down, so I thought I'd give it a little bit of an oomph ahead of time. Turns out that this whole stage was probably unnecessary. This whole stage here, we probably could have got here with the other craft. But do you know how many times I've turned up here, not had enough fuel? So I'm not doing that again. That's not the way that I am rolling right now. Right, so you see how these are all arrayed sort of at the 3 points of the lower pyramid, if you will. I want to put this on the tip of the pyramid. So we're going to fly back the way we came. As soon as this gets down to 0, yeah, there we go. That's even more precision there. We are going to point. I mean, how towards it do we want to point? That's the question. Chase locked. Yeah, there we go. Great. Let's get the planet directly under us. One of my favourite views in Kerbal is having this going on right here. Okay, what are we doing? We're trying to fly towards the asteroid over this way. Let's just kind of rearrange ourselves and fly that way. Maybe a bit more that way. Okay, 1,000 kilometers to go. We've got a good intercept, would you believe? Okay, that's nice. That's nice. So the next thing that we've got on horizon is a MOHO probe. A MOHO lander. We need to send a Kerbal for at least a Kerbal for landing. Now, given the nature of my space program, you know, not very good. We're going to, I think, just send a single lander can. We're going to stuff it full of science. We're going to have it ready to go. But then it will launch 2 return vessels, one with the Kerbal and one with the science. I mean, how does that sound? Is that a little bit too complicated? Do we send down a big lander rocket that then breaks into 2 return rockets? Perhaps with the small science return rocket sat on top of the Kerbal return rocket. I know that's like 2 engines and a bit of a waste, but it just sounds cool, right? It just sounds cool. Let's go a little bit faster. When I'm like, yeah, you know, we don't want to drift too fast, and I'm like, yeah, we want to drift fast. So one of the next things we're going to have to do with this, is the reason that this craft has so many docking ports on top of it. Let's just get in, not on top of it, on the side of it and on the end of it, is start thinking about a tourist shuttle as well. You know, we could make a couple of million just running some tourists up and back. So that's something we should consider. Let's go even faster if we can. Thank you. If I click this and go target center of mass, yeah, that's what I want. Look how inside that rocket is. Like there is only 1 asteroid here. The other 3 are just, you know, they're a rounding error. We've got 1 asteroid and then we got a lot of lag. that's all that is. Okay, let's try and slow ourselves down. In fact, maybe it's a good time for a quick save. Been a while. Don't make enough quick saves anymore. To be honest, I kind of do prefer to just play it Iron Man, if you will. Like, if things are going to go wrong, then I'm going to deal with that, you know? Which I know is not how a lot of people play it, and it's amazing how many people think that it makes me a bad player for having to deal with it. 2, 1. But when have I ever worried about things like that? Let's deploy this. Boom. Probably should have done that much further away from our space casino. Let's fire a little decoupler up. I did save it, so it should be fine. This little guy here, we're going to point towards home. Craft is kind of in my way. We're not gonna focus on that quite yet. What I feel like I want to do is control from here, and then let's just try and see where the asteroid is. In fact, we do that by looking along this line and pointing towards it like so. Okay, there we go. Am I going to be able to hit it at the right speed? I don't know, actually. With the right precision, I suppose it's more. Okay, let's turn that off. I mean, we're just going to drift now. We're just going to drift. And whilst we're doing that, we're sending this guy home. Let's have a look at some orbital dynamics here. I guess we're going to bring this down to... I mean, again, 20. What's your favourite aerobraking altitude? We're gonna use that. We're gonna use that. 50 was not enough. 40 is all fire, no slowdown. 30 is, you know, I personally think 30 is a good sweet spot. It's likely to melt a lot of stuff if you're coming back from any further than the moon, but you know we're not, so that's fine. 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 23. It sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Now I want to get back on here. Power and seats switch to. Oh, I finished all my tea. Oh no. Oh no. I might have to jump up and go get some drink in a little bit. Okay, where's my target? Give me my target. There it is. Okay, great. Target. Thank you. I wonder why it thinks that this part is the root part. I'd really want to make the asteroid the root part, you know? Free orbital chase locked. Is this the direction I want to drift in? I feel like I want to be more this way. Maybe even by quite a lot. I feel like I'm seeing more of these than this. Maybe attached to this dark splodge here. I think that's probably the winner. Maybe. Let's spin and look at what we're seeing here. Look at my lights go! Yay! I think that's probably good. We'll try and attempt a docking like this. No, that's the wrong way. Like that. 200 seconds. I'm not going to do that real time. Not a chance. Though, that's just drifted a good way away, and I wasn't expecting that. Maybe I'm not going to Because I don't want to get to the point where I come out of time warp and suddenly the two things slam into each other. In fact, I'm going to make another quick save. Though did this center of mass just change? Did I see that happen? Is that a thing that just happened? Okay, when that center of mass changed, it must have put us both on the same coordinate system or something. So where I've been playing around with the Kerbal operating system, an autopilot that you get to write yourself, it's shown me how weird the coordinate system is in Kerbal. Sometimes your ship is the center, sometimes whichever planet you're in orbit about is the center, sometimes both at the same time. Like it will deal with your ship velocity in a ship orientated system, but it will also then do your ship's position, which your velocity affects your ship position in terms of the planet, which this is really weird. It's hard to deal with. Let's turn this like that. Bring this round here. Okay, this is good. Kind of want to go in a little faster, though. I wouldn't mind, if there was a way to set a waypoint on an asteroid. I'm fairly sure there's not. With an asteroid being essentially just a part, there's no reference system on it to be able to give you a waypoint on, right? Now I'm like, do I actually want to come over here? Go down. Something like this. Then we pull it back. Let's go now. Ideally, a point to look. I'm not sure if I want to look at the center of mass now. Whether I want to try and look at that bit over there and just attach to that. It's tough. Especially with me being so tiny compared to it. Look at the scale difference. This is ridiculous. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I brought myself to a complete halt because I want to travel this way. And I want to stop. This is feeling good. Something like that. Let's go down now. Everything is shaking around relative to each other. This is crazy. 2, 1, 0. Okay, and then we go forwards. Just like this. Just roll it on in there. No problem. It's looking good. Maybe tilt my face down a little bit. Something like this. And then maybe a little over this way. Oh, I see shadows. Here we go. We're gonna dock very, very gently. Go, claw, go. Om nom. It didn't break. Hype. Look at that tiny thing down there. Why have we not got crew capacity 100? What's going on here? How do I find out what space I've got? Is it this one or is it this one? No, this is crew on board. Burn, accelerate. How do I find out how many seats this thing reckons it has? I do not know how to check. Why does it not think we've got 100 capacity? Why? Actually, and 100% not sure. I've never been so sure on how I am not sure right now. What is wrong with this? Well, let's go get our tourists back. Let's go get it. Hello, Mr. White Christmas. How are you doing, Eastling? Welcome, welcome. We are trying to make a space casino. We should have just done it. Should have been done. That mission that we just launched up there should have 100% been the end of this mission. I mean, that's very interesting. I'm going to get rid of that, though. I'm kind of not about it. Thank you very much for sharing your opinion with us, though. I do appreciate it, but not really the forum for that, I'm afraid. Okay, so what are we going to do about the fact that my mission just didn't do what we thought it would do? I didn't actually really want to come into the thing, did I? The tracking station. Does it tell us here what the... We've got a lot of stuff on suborbital trajectory now. That is a thing. Does it tell us here anything about the seating? I don't think it does. Da 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 da. That is most annoying that we've not been able to match this one particular criteria here. I did make math. The maths made it. 6 16s. Let's get my scientific calculator out right now, shall we? On 6 times 16, 96. Plus the 3 from the Mark 1 capsule, plus the 1 for the cupola, makes 100. Maybe we'll just send some more up. Maybe we'll just send some more up. Did you put the passengers? Different contract, but yes, we did. I'm going to go get the passengers now, get the money back, and hopefully the extra seats that we're going to have to send up to get the passengers will add towards it. I really hope. I really, really do hope. Oh, hello. Weirdness there. It shouldn't be a problem. It should not be a problem, right? If this is a broken contract after all this, I'm going to be very angry. I've spent so long doing this. Boom, bum, 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 bum. What have we got that will just 9 go to roids? I mean, it's pretty close, but it's not quite what we want. I mean, why not? Let's have a look. Is it 9? I mean, it is. There's not really. Okay, let's take this off. Hey, let's reroute the part from that to that. Thanks. Let's get rid of that. Let's put ourselves a. What am I looking for? A docking clamp of some description on the front. What are these? Let's also put extra control while we're at it. Do we have RCS on this craft? I mean, kind of, but not really. So let's also add a little bit of that. This one. And then change this to 9 to 4, right? We got room for 5. Not enough delta V. 3.74. I mean, kind of does, kind of doesn't. Let's upgrade. I mean, it should do now, right? Now let's take these solids off. And we'll update these. We will update these. Let's try some kickbacks. These ones. 3.8. I might even do a crazy. You guys ready for the... They're too big. They're too big. These ones. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of a... missed the hard point. That one. Okay, looking good. Looking good. Hopefully we can just kind of like steer this through. Yeah, I mean, it should be fine. Aerodynamics. I'm obviously worried a little bit about staging. I think the staging could be very interesting. Did they say 0? Nah, we're going to do it. 5.2. This should be fine. Save. I don't actually want... Wait, I don't actually want any Kerbals on board to begin with. We are bringing people home. This is a shuttle. 1.2 control. Okay, there we go. Save this, launch. No one's travelling. No one. 72 grand. That's cheap. That's cheap. 73 grand. Put my calculator away. You always know you're playing Kerbal well when you're busting calculators out, right? It's just good, like on stream maths, very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. I mean, I struggle with mental arithmetic anyway. It's amazing. I could talk you through derivations of ridiculous equations. If you want like 7 times 9, I'm not your guy. I mean, that is 63, but oh, come on, loading screen. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We've got a mission to do. Oh my gosh. Not you, the bakery. Much easier target to arrive at. We want to set this as target. Hello. How far away are we? We're about half a day away. Are we about to see anything go crashing through the atmosphere? What are you? This one looks like it's about to go crashing through the atmosphere. Let's watch this for the next 5 minutes. I'm going to do it at full speed, I think. We'll go as fast as we can through it. I've got so many things in orbit, so many boosters in orbit now. We need to get them home. We need to get them home. I would obviously prefer if we did it over the top of the KSC. Oh, come on, little loading wheel. Let's move. Oh, the loading wheel did not move. Crazy. Look normal, my friend. Look normal. Oh, we got some fuel left. Should I just like burn that out as we go past? I think I will. 3, 2, 1. I mean, that was pretty good. Oh, excuse me as I clear my throat once more. Okay, that feels like we're coming home at this point. The change of the camera angle. Yeah, look at that. Are we going to be able to recover? Are we going to be able to not blow up this top fuel tank? I think that's the big question there, right? Every time we've managed to come back with this design so far, we've landed on the engine bell, and then on our way down, we've managed to blow up that top tank. So if we could avoid that, that'd be great. Looks like we might be landing in the water. Is that? No. We're just going to overshoot this weird inland bay. I've never noticed this before. Right, it comes up. This is cool. What caused it? Like, is this one land mass, and then this has been eroded? Are these secretly just giant mountain ranges? Is that what's going on there? I always find it interesting. I find Kerbin topology very interesting because obviously someone made it up, right? And I wonder, did they just apply some noise over the planet? Did they actually give any thought to geology? Did they just go, this will look cool? I'm fairly sure they slapped down the crater just to go, this will look cool, and it does. Let's be honest, it really does. And I'm fairly sure they put the Kerblantic where it was so that it would mirror the Atlantic, obviously, hence the name. That's the one east of the KSC, Kerbal Space Center. We have not had a plasma blackout. I find that very intriguing. I was totally expecting us to have a plasma blackout. Just pressing the spacebar there to make sure that our stages had indeed fired. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to take a second again. Wow, the forces of atmosphere today really are trying to kill me. Really are. So is that the... What is this mountain range over here? We're not coming up on the desert, we're coming up on the Badlands. Okay, fair enough. Still not very... Oh, there goes my engine. Okay, I was about to say, still not slowing down a lot. I wasn't quite aware of how much our engine was taking on all that heat. We now, of course, are like well below any danger temperatures. Obviously, the engine taking the majority of it. Oh, it'd be great to like fly into that water right there, wouldn't it? I am desperately asking for it to turn sideways. Doesn't look like it's really up for it. Do we have... Let's open this up here. Do we have... In camera... Hello? Oh, you've only got a tiny one. No wonder. It's got a very small SAS wheel in there. Very small. Okay, let's aim disable. There we go. Cool. Are we going to be able to put this where we want it to? No. No. No, we're going this way now. Full speed. That's a very interesting point right there. Is this one of the fabled splashdown in mountain areas? You don't get many of them. Can we steer in that direction? Maybe. I'm not doing a good job at it though. Not that way. This way? Unfortunately not. We're stuck with this one. Alright, I'm just going to try and keep going diagonally. The reason being is that we'll land on this bottom bit here and then hopefully be able to land sideways. I really want to put down sideways, or as sideways as we can, so that we can... Oof. Not fall as far. Not fall as far. Let's get a over the land reading here. We're about to hit a tree. That would be fun. Radial out, I suppose. We'll just point... I don't want to point upwards. I don't want to point upwards. Any direction but upwards. I mean, we could ask it to point down, but I don't think it's going to do much about that. 200 meters to go. The trees are starting... We can make out individual leaves at this point. There are flower petals beneath us. We're definitely gonna end up base down, right? Can we stay that way? That's the question. Nope. No. No, I want to recover. Let me recover. It's not gonna happen. We're gonna blow up. I don't like it. Oh no, it was alright. We did it. Yay, recover. No. PC suddenly sounds like a jet engine. I wonder what's going on here. It was like, this is too much hassle. I can't do it anymore. Maybe it is. Maybe it's really giving up the ghost. It's just like, nah, I'm done. I'm out of here. I mean, everything's attached to the big rock. I just don't understand why it wouldn't have given me the pass mark. Also, what is going on with this load? I know the loads do take forever, but like, especially when we've been in and out a few times. But this is really something beyond. Something beyond. Did we get any money for that? 7 grand. Not bad. Not bad. Alright, cool. 5 go to roids. You know it. You know it. Let's see if we can't. Well, it should be 5 return from roids, right? This should be what the craft is called. Where is the KSC? It's all the way around here. What is this? Location tracking state. No, I mean, what is this? Why is this select? All right, whatever. Well, I'm not that bothered. Casino Royale. I would like to see where you are in relation to Kerbin. We're nearly there. Oh, no, that's the Desert Lord site. We gotta go through a whole night. Ideally, looking at Kerbin. Thank you. Something like this. Looks good. Northeast. 5 Godoroids. Not sure how great its docking capabilities are. We'll definitely need to find that out when we get up there. Oh, any moment. Loads. Dear squad. For Christmas, I would really like you to make efficient use of my memories. Let's see what, like, is anything even maxed out here? Performance. Nope, they're using exactly half my RAM. My internet is maxed out, would you believe? But I kind of understand that. My disk isn't I don't understand what it is that Kerbal struggles with so much. I have no idea. What I do have an idea about is the fact that this is not attached to anything. So let's go ahead and put some auto struts on. And then maybe here, auto strut heaviest part, not heaviest. I want root part, thank you. All right, let's see if that's any better. I said northeast. All right, 3, 2, 1. I really want to turn these down. Blast off! Northeast, here we go. We're going to be punching through at quite the speed, it turns out. We are running under very heavy solid acceleration here. We're starting off at 2 Gs. I'm going to be pulling down my throttle as we go, because it turns out, even turning my throttle off, we are at the same number of Gs. So, yay. Give the power! I feel the power of this launch. Man, are we actually going to overcook it? Are we going to end up punching through? My apoapsis is going to be going... How high can we go? Yeah, let's have a look. You over there, Casino Royale, 1.9. Let's say 2 million meters. If we go above 2 million meters, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. We're already out of the atmosphere. Okay, I mean we're not already out of the atmosphere, but the apoapsis is 100 kilometers. Okay, this is where it starts ripping away pretty fast as well. 150. Oh, thankfully, we're running out of fuel. 200 kilometers. 300 kilometers. Oh my gosh. 493 kilometers. Let's spin that up and get rid of these guys, shall we? Boom. Already, we are on our way. Let's get out of here, out of the atmosphere. We've got 75, 78. We're gone. We're out. Bakery, where are you? You already my target? You are already my target. That's pretty good. What's my descending and ascending? 4.5. That's pretty high. Which way do I have to go to lower that down just a little bit? Let's try turning all the way over here. Is that doing anything to it? 4.4. Okay, that's... I just noticed that I've got my prograde marker on, so it's not going to let me stay over this way. 3... I mean, I do also want to be going up, so let's just hit somewhere in the middle. 3.6, 3.0. Whoa. It's going up again. All right, we're at the point where we can do the best we can so far. That's fine. It happens occasionally. Do I push us round for another loop, or do we just throw this one up? I'm going to throw this one up as far as we can. So many things just need to come back now. Like, even the bakery needs to return, because, like, no longer is it our premier... I mean, to be fair, it only really existed for 2 or 3 streams before it shook itself apart by the power of the Kraken. So, I mean, I guess that's all right. You know, that's Kerbal, right? That's Kerbal. Build yourself a big craft, and it just destroys itself. Feels pretty bad. Feels pretty bad. So if we do this maneuver and then wait, the reason it feels pretty bad is because I mean, look how far away our nodes are. A third of an orbit away from each other. So with a periapsis here of 177, kilometers, that's one of the lowest, or as I'm thinking about it, most elliptical orbits that I can make around Kerbin. So hopefully that'll give us the most. What's the word I'm looking? The biggest jump of the relative positions of each other. That would be good. That would be good. Okay, here we go. Pointed in the right direction. 3, 2, 1, go! 6 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes. Says we've got a minute to go. I mean, I'm not going to wait a minute. I'm going to bring us down to start burn in 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 3, 2, go, 1. Okay, now that I've pressed go, it is settled down. Oh no, I did not press go fast enough, it turns out. That's fine, that's fine. Normally I like this start burn to hit 0, round about the middle. We should actually now be such a light craft. This, I've just noticed we don't have any, like, control unit on here. This is not coming back home today, by the looks of it. How many delts does this have? This has a 1,000. Do you reckon we could just dump this in the atmosphere and be happy? Is that a thing we can do? I think that might be a thing we do. I think that might be a thing we do. As we're most of the way there anyway. Yeah. Unless someone's going to argue with me. I don't think so. 140, 300, 290. Yeah, no, we're doing good. We're doing good. Yeah, like I said, I don't think we're going to do the full burn. I'm going to bring this up to 50 or so. And we'll go from there. $30, $40, $50. With no control unit, there's literally nothing I can do with this unit other than just, like, let it go. So we're just going to let it go. And we're going to continue on up. There we go, 150 on both. Now I'm just going to spend some time, add maneuver, going through these maneuvers, trying to find the point where we have the... Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. One maneuver later, it's like, hey, did you two want to meet up here, did you? I'm like, yes, I very much do. In fact, get rid of that, put this maneuver ascending descending node to use. Not that way. Like that. That's exactly zeros. I do like exactly zeros. In fact, it's looking directly that way. That's great. That's really great. Now, do I have to worry about solar panels? We've got a solar panel pointed in the right direction. I should really think about that before I start warps next time. Hello, what are you? You are a connector royale. Oh, these are all things that should be burning. Okay, 48 seconds to go until our burn. I'm going to, of course, time warp our way up there. How do I always end up with the alarm open? It's not a thing that I want open as often as I actually open it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One of the few times where I'm like, yep, I will take that as it says. Descending 0.1. I'm putting normal, right? There we go, 0 zeros. That's good. That's good. From here, add a maneuver. Do I just wait 2 orbits? Is that what that's telling me? I just wait 2 orbits. So we warp here. We go warp. And then this orbit, look how close they are. Look how close. Can we finesse this to a little bit closer? I'm fairly sure we can. Let's try a bigger orbit first. Let's see if the bigger orbit gets me anywhere. Nope, the bigger orbit is the wrong direction. Let's try the smaller orbit. Get around there a little bit faster. Want to watch out for, as I say, my periaps. Make sure it doesn't drop below 70. But getting a separation of 7.6 kilometers. It's pretty close. That's pretty close. We are traveling 230 meters per second different from each other. But I'm feeling this. We're going to go surface target. We want to point to negative target. What are you? What are you? Hello, Spark McFard. How are you doing? We are trying to figure out why I've not already won this space casino mission. Obviously, right now, this is no good. But when we get over there, we would have had... What? Why would you change on me? We would have had... all of this met, apart from it's telling us that we don't have crew capacity of at least 100. Apart from we really do. I don't know why it wouldn't tell us that we've done it. So we're going to go figure that out. We're going to go figure that out. Can I get a much closer collision course on this? That would be very handy. Got about a minute out from our actual launch, from our actual rendezvous, sorry. So let's stability assist to a specific point. No, that's worse. Yeah, that's worse. Very, very unusual. All right, we'll wait till we get even closer, and then we'll just stop and point towards it and go that method. Don't always have to use fancy methods. How's progress on the voice lines for your short... I'll do that in a sec, mate. I'll be honest. Today I was very, very, very taken up with all my exam prep. But yeah, I'll do that exactly after this, mate. 5, 2, 1, 0. Bam. Yep. Great. And then fly towards. Maybe a couple of hundred. How do you like the name of Kerbal's Orbit? Sounds great, mate. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Yeah, it's very good. Point toward. I mean, we just got distance to cover now. Can we get up to like 100 meters per second? I could probably, yeah, 300 meter passing point. We're just gonna hold on to this now. And time accelerate. I don't know whether I want to time accelerate this sort of distance, but we're going to anyway. We're going to anyway. 3 kilometers. I might start slowing down at this point. Sorry, I had to wait for everything to load in there. So the craft we should be aiming for is at the front edge of this. What I'm going to call the front edge of this. Moho. You know, if you have the right equipment, you can watch like Venus and Mercury go across the planet like this. Don't do it with your eyes; you'll melt your eyes. But you can do it with a solar scope. Ooh, some weird laggings going on around here now. I mean, there's kind of to be expected. Kind of to be expected. We've got a lot of craft going on here, which is definitely something we'll start to deal with in a little while. Where is my attachment node? Hello, I'm looking for craft. It's got a lot of batteries on it. There's a docking port up the front. We wanna go and attach to that docking port. Is that it there? Oh man, that is it there. Oh, we're gonna have to give that like a better way of being seen. That's very hard to, oh man, I keep hitting Z instead. It's not what I'm trying to do. I just want to roll it in there quite slow. at this point. 500 meters. Okay. Maybe now we want to switch to RC. It doesn't have forward-facing RCS ports. That's actually bad. I can only go side to side. All right, great, yeah. All right, well, we're gonna have to go line ourselves up first, right? That's a must. You ever feel like you're approaching just a little bit too fast? Okay, so let's swap over here. Yeah, it's been a pretty quiet one today, but that's all good. Quiet ones happen, you know. Let's open this up. You know what? I totally should have put docking port on the bottom rather than putting that weird twirly light thing. But you know, that's life. That's life. I'm going to assume that I can. No, that I can. Oh, come on. Let me dock these nose to nose. Sets target. There we go. Let's bring this engine right down. 10% sounds good. Oh, now the casino has decided that it's a winner. All right, thank you. Oh my god. I mean, actually, let's take a moment here. This has taken so long. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so informational. I'm sure you know how I'm feeling, right? Yeah, like this is a thing. How long have we been at this? Like 6 months, maybe. I think it was a long time. It was a long time. Oh, I'm happy now. We flew this up to try and up the number of seats, just in case that was the problem. And it turns out, oh no, that wasn't the problem. I'm good about that. 6 months, yeah, it must be about that. 6 torches, 3, 2, 1. Oh. It's been. I'm gonna go with monumental. Shall we go with It's been a mission. A mission that I'm still messing up by failing to bring any docking ports with me. You know what? We're just gonna kind of fly towards this bottom docking port. See this one here? This is the one I'm gonna dock with. Set that as target. The lag is something to contend with round here. Half a year and all over a few rockets on rocks. I hear what you're saying, man. I hear what you're saying. One. Oh, we're drifting a little in the wrong direction, but you know what? I think I can deal with that with my RCS now. Oh, this feels kind of jank. Probably to do with all the jank. Wah, wah, wah. Ooh, did I get any money for that? I hope I got some. We're gonna go look at the mission. We're gonna go look at the contract afterwards. I think. I think that's probably the way. I don't know what speed to approach this at. What are you guys saying? Is 0.3 fast enough? Is that point? Yeah, I think it might be. When we get in closer, I'm gonna take the. Just look at that. Isn't that great looks? What button is it to get rid of the UI? That one. Ah, it's good. Am I about to crash? What do you reckon? Are we about to squeak our way past this rock? They're going to be scrapey noises. Maybe we'll send up a better docking system. What do you guys think? A better docking system? Oh man, Oh, this is deaf. Look at that. That's not going to work, is it? That's not going to work. An alt name for the stream: Little Kerbal's torture Twitchy all over space rocks and some rockets. So yeah, that should be the name of the like the entire series, if you will. Look at this. This is not going to go well. This is not going to go well. Do we abort? I think we're going to abort. Well, I mean, I'm not. I'm going to quick save quick, and then we'll abort when we reload it. Yeah, Fel Magfa wants to see as well. I'm down. I'm down. Let's try it. And then we go T R. Magnets doing their job. Oh. I mean, like, this is great. Don't get me wrong, but I am. As the kids say, kind of sus about what's going to happen when we like look at that. Look at that. How do we transfer all the crew? EVA. I don't want to EVA. I just want to transfer. So we click on this one. We know they're here. Transfer. Where are you? Hello. Transfer crew. No crew on this part. Okay, we'll transfer the crew from this part then. Transfer. It's another button around somewhere. Transfer. I wish there was a way to mass transfer. You know, I want to send everyone across. Burbles, go to the main cockpit. It won't let me do it. Why? Burbles. Transfer. Let's try one of my tourists. Oh, we got one moving. Okay. What is this? The Kerbals do want to stay. Why? I mean, I'm gonna take it for now. Burbles. I'm just gonna click. Okay, alright. I think what's happening is the lag is sometimes eating my click. I'm alright with that. I'm alright. We can live that. Now, does anybody know which one of these the crew are inside? There's definitely one of these that's got some crew. Oh, man. There they are. Hello. Transfer. Transfer. Who is this? Hillwin, you go up front. Hillwin, you go up front. And then transfer. Transfer. Man, this is clunky. Okay, is that everybody? I think that's everybody. All right, we're ready to see what happens here. Not you. You. Undock. Bang. No? No bang? Let's just push ourselves away from the asteroid. Hey, that worked. I do not recommend that particular maneuver for real space agency. Yeah, we're just going to push ourselves away from the space station with our nose. Okay, so now we need to try and get these guys home. It's the one thing left to do. It's the one thing left to do. Am I even going to try? Look, it's right there. Let's just lower ourselves down as low as possible. Oh, we should totally look at what direction we're traveling so I don't slam into the station. It's like you're trying to pull the dog back inside and he wants to stay out. It's exactly that. Kerbals are just like, nah, man, nah, we're here, we're chilling at the asteroid. Don't destroy our buzz, man. Don't kill our buzz. That's the word I was looking for. Oh wait, I know how to do orbit. Do you know? Deorbit is a very useful skill to have. I mean, it is literally point backwards and go, but if you didn't know, how would you know, right? It's one of the things that kind of annoys me in the world. So, being being the astrophysicist that I am, I'm surrounded all the time by very smart people. Like people that are stop. Like I'm a smart person. Don't get me wrong. I'm not dumb. I make some silly mistakes every now and then, and I like to think that my awareness of them makes them a little bit more tolerable, if you will. But I also know knowledge is something that you gain. I don't believe that there is a single thing that I do that anybody listening is not capable of. If they wanted to go out and do it, they totally could. They could learn all the things that I've learned. No one's really naturally better at numbers or whatever. It all just depends at what point you started looking at them, right? What point you were like, yes, I'm going to do this. I've got more experience of dealing with numbers than a lot of people, right? But because I'm surrounded by such smart people all the time, sometimes I find these people who don't understand the... We're out of fuel. Oh, I didn't realise. Oh. These silly things I was just saying would do. I'm gonna have to get out and put. Wait, we've got monoprop, right? We got monoprop. We can do this. Radial out. We're gonna have to do this from the top of the orbit though, and we'll push whichever way retrograde is. So that's down. So we'd basically be doing this, right? Let's just have a look, make sure I'm doing this in the right way. Apoapsis up there. Apoapsis up there. And then we do this. Yeah, I mean... that's not the way that I'm going to deorbit all the way, but we will do it from the top. We'll do it from Apoapsis up here. That was radial out, radial in. Get pointed in the right side. Yeah, you do indeed just face backwards. The cross here is one of the things. But yeah, lots of people I'm surrounded by lots of people who don't understand that things are what you learn. Like knowledge is something that you share, right? It's not something that you're just like born with. Nobody's born knowing calculus or the building codes of such and such, or like there's how to code. All right, all of these things are things that you have to learn. Where's my periapsis? Yeah, like that. There we go. We're going to bring this down as low as we can. What do we reckon? What's a good deorbit height? Oh, look how close to the chaos here could have been if we got it right. Again, 30, right? I mean, we've said this already. 30 is the ideal deorbit height. That's what we're going to go with. If I had extra fuel, I would try and bring us down much steeper. Much, much steeper. But that's... That's dangerous. I'm not about trying to kill my Kerbals at this point. We spent so long shuffling them around. I reckon we're going to have on order. So when we took off with the craft that I'm currently in, we had 1.1 million routes. I have made a space casino, and I'm bringing 2 sets of tourists home. Who wants to guess how much money I'm going to have at the end of it? I think I'm going to have 7? No. 5 million. I think we're going to have 5 million. I think it's going to be about 4 million for the casino, and then 1.5, something like that, for the Kerbals. Plus, so that's 5.5, plus the one that I had. So I reckon I'm going to have 6.5 million. 6.5 million routes by the time I get back, which will be one of the largest amounts of money I've ever had in Kerbal. That's something right there. That is something. What's my periapsis at right now? 55. I mean, this is going to take a while. Can we press Alt and speed up time? We can. Oh, straight into the red though. It's like, please don't make me do this. Don't make me do this. I'm already simulating so many different craft, and now you want me to change the orbit of this one and time acceleration. Everyone feel bad for my PC. Everyone feel bad for my PC. Oh man, and now that we're falling down, we're picking up more speed than I could possibly shed. But thankfully, our periapsis is going well. 45. Let's have a look at our predicted trajectories here. So this white line here is the one after we pass through the atmosphere the first time. I mean, of course, I'm going to be trying to slow down much more than this will want me to. We're at 40, at 39, we're into the 30s. I'm just going to bring, literally, as I say, bring it down to 30 kilometers. It is going to take a while, though. It's going to take a while. First hop straight to Kerbal. That's nice. We have a look at what my whole comms network is doing right now. Are you ready? Ah, noise. Look at this. Look at this. I do like to check every now and then how my comms network is doing. That's really cool. That's really cool. No periapsis. 30. What more do we need? Take me to the atmosphere. Oh, wait. Take me to the atmosphere. Oh, excuse me. I've had some weird coughs today, Sparks. You missed it. You really did miss it. I was having to stop every couple of minutes to be like, oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Really wasn't the best that I've ever been, you know. Same, yeah, feeling that, mate, feeling that. Okay, here we go. We are atmospherically bound. Free all Kerbal locked auto. Are things going to explode? I'm worried about things exploding. Let's hit retrograde. Engine first. Engine first. It's the bit that can take the most heat. Now, I could technically... there's even a heat shield underneath here. We could have pushed down much... Ooh, that's getting close. We could have pushed down much closer. Much closer to the surface of Kerbal and been safe. Look at that. Oh, where's that going? But as it is, we're just going to let this go. In fact, I'm going to pull that up. There we go. That's all my parachutes away. There's not much more I can do now. 2.6 kilometers per second. That's quite fast. That is quite fast. We're about 36 kilometers up above the atmosphere, above the surface of the water right now. We're into the atmosphere by about 40 kilometers, right? The top of the atmosphere is 70. We're at 30. Yeah. No, I do feel like the atmosphere doesn't really become a thing until you get down to I mean, yeah, 30. It's almost definitely 30, right? There's some more moho. There is some more moho. I feel like this is stuttering. This visualness here. It doesn't show me any. Well, we get the occasional yellows, but it doesn't show me any lag. But the amount of memory my PC is using has shot up. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Good work, Kerbal. Good work. Actually using the game's resources, the PC's resources, not to the maximum. Nothing is really actually being pushed. Bearing in mind, I am streaming as well. I'm using 30% of my CPU, 50% of my memory. Ticking over at 3% of my hard disk. Yeah, I could really do with just a little bit better. Just a little bit better. I could do with Kerbal being able to take advantage of it. What does a grid fin do? It is like an air brake, but it also enables you to steer. You know when I don't know if you have a car, not have a car, but like maybe your parents or whatever. But you know when you're driving down motorway / freeway, interstate, whatever you call them over there, and you put your hand out the window and you can kind of like catch the wind with your hands. You know if you like angle it up and down, it pushes your hand either up or down, right? Gridfin uses that effect to steer the spacecraft. Highway here in Canada. Okay, there you go. Highway. But you know what I'm saying, right? If you put your hand out the window and kind of like dive like a dolphin with it, I don't know if you know what I mean by what I'm saying that, but you like wave your hand up and down like a snake, maybe? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you've done that. Of course, everybody's done that, right? I hope so. If you've not done that, can I recommend it? It's great fun. It hurts. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I mean... but the way that the wind pushed your hand around, the grid fins use that to steer the rocket. Just imagine instead of your hand, it's a grid fin, and instead of your arm that gets flailed around, it's a rocket being pushed around. Your bones being pushed back. I don't feel my bones most of the time, but I think I know what you're saying. I think I know what you're saying. Every time I have felt my bones, it's been a bad day. It's been a bad day. It's even worse when you can see them. I don't know a human that hasn't done this. Yeah, exactly, Phil McAfee, exactly. But because we've all done that, it's good. It's a good way of like thinking about aerodynamic pressure is the like specific term to use, right? Because there's like a difference in the wind pressure above and below your hand, and is it you're actually being pulled or pushed? I don't know. Honestly, like flight and aerodynamics this is some serious maths. It's some serious maths. It's cool though. It's cool. Yeah, for some shuttle money. Shuttle money. I'm now going to point directly sideways. How are we doing for this mission right now? I mean, we seem to really enjoy coming all the way round to the other side of the planet. I have no other way of steering this craft, so we just gotta let it be. I mean, I suppose I could at this point go radial out or radial in, or maybe even sideways, and the speed we're going isn't too bad. I mean, we are down at 30. We've barely moved. We're still at 30 kilometers up. Excuse me. As soon as this gets down below 2 kilometers per second, wow, let me try that clearing the throat business again. As soon as we get down below 2 kilometers a second, hello, okay. Oh man, oh that froze when I pushed mute. I don't know why that did that. I don't feel like we're suffering any heating anymore. Do you feel like we're not suffering from the heat anymore? So let's try sideways. I feel like sideways is the way. Spin. Slowly rotisserie all the front edge of my spacecraft here. You know, make sure there is even heating across all edges. We've got to make sure that the browning is. I mean, who doesn't want some Kerbal crackling? Kerbal crackling. If we spin backwards, don't we get some? Now this is not in Kerbal because they don't do the dynamics like this. But I'm fairly sure when you spin backwards like this, you get, isn't it York? No, York effect is from asteroids warming up on one side and then letting the heat out, and that pushes it. Casimir effect? Is that the one where you spin round and you get the wind being dragged with it, and thus you get a higher pressure and lower pressure because it's being dragged up high and it gives you some lift? I think that's one. We did that at the end. We did that at the end of the same maths module that we were doing flows of electricity and stuff like that, because the flow, the maths you use for flow is just the maths you use for flow, right? You know, you've got something over here and it travels over there. There's only so many ways you can describe that, right? So all the things that you use for electrical flow, you can actually use for water flow as well. You got all sorts of other things to worry about then, like viscosity and like self-friction and what was the surface tension and stuff like that. But it is essentially exactly the same now. The weird bit is that the mathematics for electricity and magnetism just a little bit easier than the mathematics for water. That strikes me as odd. That strikes me as odd. Well, we're now just like T-posing our way through the atmosphere. Well, like no one can tell me how I make my way through here. We're taking a long time to slow down, but you know what? That's better than a fast time to slow down. Normally, if you're slowing down very, very fast, that's a problem right there. That's a problem. 1.8 kilometers per second. Maybe on a point prograde. Let's see if we can't steer this thing. Do you guys want to steer this thing? Okay, so this is flight control now. If I just pull up a little bit, yeah, we should start to get some more drag. But watch my apoapsis, sorry, slow down its descent, or increase its descent. All right, fine, be like that. Be like that. What about if I push my nose down? Will we get to watch it go up? Yeah, look at that. Even far. No, that's now going up. That is not going the way I expect it to go. What is this? Must be at the point where my speed is a bigger factor than the lift I'm getting. Have you tried non-Newtonian liquids? Super easy and cheap. Ah, yes, yeah, with like corn flour and stuff like that. Yeah, they're great stuff. I'm all about it. I've only recently found out, though, that when people say non-Newtonian, there's actually a Newtonian law of flow. Like, this is not something that I've learned at university. It's just come up in other life. And I didn't realise. I mean, of course, anything to do with Newton, he's got to throw some calculus in there, right? Because the boy invented it, or so he likes to say, or liked to say. But yeah, there's actually this whole set of conditions that need to be met for it to be a Newtonian fluid, like water is. But yeah, the non-Newtonian stuff's great. I can't remember the conditions now. It is a terrible time. I brought something up and not remembered the full details of it. But okay, here we go. Flying. We're flying. I feel like we're flying. Do you guys feel like we're flying? Should we see what the overlay says? Overlay says we're flying. Want to know some fun tips about Kerbal? Yeah, I'll take some fun tips about Kerbal. I challenge you to give me a tip I don't already know, though. There will be stuff, don't get me wrong, there will be things I do not know. But you know, when you watch the 10 things you probably didn't know about Kerbal, there'll only be one that I didn't know about, you know. But please do surprise me. I want to be. I really want to be. Can we fly towards the water? I mean, I don't think we're going there, are we? I want to take my tourists to the beach. Ah! Okay, I think we're done here. Wait, we're going faster. Why are we going faster? Stop. Okay, there we go. Much better. I was a little bit worried that the times 4 I just put in had glitched the physics in a way that made me go faster and faster and faster. Man, what a monumental episode. I know it's been a bit rubbish with my random, like, coughing attacks and stuff like that, but we've actually got a load of stuff done today. It all just kind of came together at once. Oh, look, even more of these, like, funny-looking bushes. It must just be this weird area out here. Of course, we're going to see if we can land without killing anybody. If I put my mouse up here, recover. Okay, job done. Here's a good one. Small little holding a piece in build mode will snap to the closest node. Yeah, that's actually one of my my favorite tips to give to people. Along with, if you press Alt and click on a part that's already in the build menu, you will copy it. I'll show you what I mean in a little second. But yeah, if you have, like, I don't know, a probe core with a fuel tank underneath. If you hold down Alt, click on the fuel tank, it will give you another fuel tank to put on the bottom of that one. It's great. It's amazing. Mission complete. 3 missions complete, no less. 3 missions complete, no less. This is amazing. I should probably come up with a better video title for this. But here we are. Well, 75,000 electricity and 4 seats. That's what it's all about. I wonder if it was capacity. You know, 100 seat capacity, and I didn't because there were 4 Kerbals on board, eating up 4 of those seats. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like I only had 96 seats available. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm just going to assume that the contract was mildly broken. Oh, please don't crash now. If you crash now and rob me of this victory, I'm gonna rage quit anyway, right? I mean, I hear the birds. Do you guys hear the birds? I hear the birds. 3.03 million. All right, that's not as much as I was hoping. We didn't get any science. We recovered 10 grand from the parts. Okay, that's pretty good. Our tourists have leveled up. Yay. Burbles or Hillwind didn't know. That's kind of a shame. That is kind of a shame. Burbles heavy launch vehicle, 1,000 tons or more. Did we launch a 1,000-ton vessel? And Mark 4 for flying horizontally at Mark 4 below 30 kilometers of. Okay, that's cool. That is cool. Let's go and have a look at the archives. We've got a couple of fails there. Bring 1 tourist. Build a space casino. We got 1.5 million for that. Wow. Man, that is amazing. Like I say, we have had this running for such a long time now, and we're finally free. We are free to take other missions. We can build 17, bring 17 tourists. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. But that's easy. That's kind of easy. Let's just like build something with a lot of capacity. But we can do all sorts of other stuff. And more importantly, we can actually start taking on missions where we can build some bases, because that's kind of what I wanted to do. And I'll see you then when we're gonna do that. Thanks for being here, guys. Like especially you 3 out there, Philmagfa, Sparks, and Super Gary Gamer, if they're still around. You sticking with me through today where we had terrible coughs, sticking with me for the past sort of 4 or 5 streams where everybody else has given up. You guys, true MVPs. Thanks so much. Bye.